Okay, when I say the lab, this is what I'm referring to. Starting off with, you'll find old memorabilia, like my old cage card from when I worked at the animal shelter. My first NVIDIA Tesla, well, only NVIDIA Tesla. Various parts bins. Working on getting more of these file folders and part stores and whatnot. Filing cabinets, that's the word. My old Voodoo 4 TIE Fighter hanging. That's an original Series 1, so yeah, I've had that since I was a kid. Single digits there on the age. Yeah, Katie, want to visit? Look, spiders. Alright, back to where I was. Distractions, distractions, distractions. Like there, and I won't explain. Yes, I do have cowboy hats. One leather, one normal. I think that other one I won at work. The infamous ball of rubber bands, Coke Bears. At one point, that skull was a joke. During my initial visit, it was bought and left behind as kind of a, I could be back one day. Well, if you're familiar with the Dresden Files, that's been kind of Bob the Skull for us. And ironically, I don't know if someone was fucking with me, but after that mermaid statue was bought, he turned. I don't know if somebody was fucking with me and turned it on me, because it used to be facing straight out. I don't know who turned it, and no one admits to it. There's the old griffin that Dad did. The sketch of Richard that Steph got me. More Coke memorabilia. Starting from the top, my Voodoo 5. The Voodoo 2. I only have one of those, unfortunately. Still got the SLI bridge when it was scale link interface. Scalable link interface, I think. Something like that. The second of the Voodoo 3s I had. The other one is in somebody's system somewhere, I don't remember. Pair of Voodoo 1s, which unfortunately you couldn't pair. And an original Voodoo Banshee. Down and behind, Intel server manuals and shit. One of my many parts bins. Oh yes. I got my mini fridges. Finally got that up today, the drink Coke thing. And down in behind is the cool lady with the Coke memorabilia stuff again. Yes, the infamous pink bunny slippers. We'll get to this in a moment. I said that I didn't have enough monitors. I'm actually in that spot now where I've got a few now that are spare. That little guy saves me when the power goes out. That is the battery backup that for a half hour roughly keeps my router, my modem, both of the mainline switches to the house, and the access points running. The access points are my wireless points because I had to build my own router. They die quickly. That is the main communication hub of the house. That is where internet comes in, goes out. The distribution from here to the rest of the house. Alright. Now we get to the fun part. My Dresden Files business card. This here is the main battle station. Excuse me while I move a chair so I can get a better look at it. This is often where you'll see me sitting in front of the infamous Bluetooth speaker that I take to work. More parts bins. That little wiring doodad over on the side there, that's the distribution for the phone lines of the house that actually run to a magic jack in that monstrosity off to my left. Down at the bottom, in all my tech posts, you have read or heard me mention Samael. Well, that's it. That is my main computer right there. Look, it's Neil. I mean, the Gumby Man from Monty Python. My brain hurts. Or are you fucking kidding me? Face it, that's Neil. There's Holocron, my laptop. Last year got retired, but I am not giving that up because that was the laptop that my wife gave me. And yes, that's a trackball. The ball's on top, or as Mr. Cook used to say, my dead rat. Pieces of memorabilia I keep. That is the motherboard I was using when I first moved to the States. That is the server, or my very first server board that I was doing the file server with. And there, at 286, specifically, and I'll have to get closer on this one. Hopefully I don't block the light too badly. Right there. AM 286, AMD. You could say I'm a little bit of a fanboy. AMD sticker. Ignore the whiteboard for now. Proof I am definitely a technician at heart. Hey, Scott or Pat, those racks look familiar. Yes, those were from the Radio Shack I worked at out in Baldwin. Now, my desk. Well, work table anyway. Due to the fact I've got one light really in the room, I gotta be careful where I stand on this. Alright, 3 monitors on the desk. Currently, that is the one I use for if I'm working on something. And the connection goes underneath the desk. That is the one for the Raspberry Pi, and actually that little fan underneath it is the Pi. This goes to my Mac Pro, the one that works. Oh yes, I care a little bit. Get rid of that. Scoot over here. Back in Tusket, that used to hang on my wall, or on my door. Feel free to pause on this one because I'm not going to stay here too long. But religions of the world, how they view shit happens. That would be the Tech Syndicate Tesla shirt. Well, I guess I had more than one Tesla. Oops. These panels and that wire thingy actually came out of the monstrosity behind me. I just never got around to using them. And yeah, everybody knows me with this thing. Hey, look, the monitor that I killed by trying to kill a fly. That's still a bad day for me. Alright. Now, after I've done the walk around, I come back around. Nobody gets sick, I hope. If you have motion sickness, take a Gravol. I don't care. I've never been seasick, and I grew up on the coast. Now, this, the infamous rack. Hey, Simveo friends, I bet you recognize this sucker. This was formerly the money cage when doing Scarborough. Well, as you see, I've got monitors sticking out the side here, and those actually do go to this thing. Alright, when I said the switches earlier, I have no segues, follow along. The top one is the main switch that feeds the house. That is the Juniper EX3200 something or other. I don't remember the whole model number. Underneath that, Cisco, my backup switch. That is the Cisco Catalyst 4948 or 4849, one of the two. Beneath that, that is my router. That is running pfSense. Check it out, Pumpkin Guy. I can't do the voice to save my life. Now, in the past, me and Kathy have had an argument about the boxy thing with cables. It was a much smaller boxy thing with cables, but essentially it was a KVM. This is a switch that allows me to use a single keyboard, monitor, and mouse with multiple computers. This allows me to do up to 8. The original one did 2. Underneath, that is my Linux box. That is Obsidian Ball. Technically Obsidian Ball 3. It's had some revisions. That was based on the old joke from my IRC days of the wizard gazes into his high definition and Obsidian Ball. It goes black as he realized he forgot to pay the subscription. Yeah, my humor's always been that dry. Underneath, I have often referred to Uriel. This is my file server. Hidden under a panel here, and let's see if I can open it, or did I lock it? Of course, I locked it. Well, we'll fix that. Haha. Mental note, plan shit. Okay. Man, those are dusty. Need to clean this again. 8 bays, where I could finally access from the front. No more do I have to pull the sucker out to change the drives. I'll redo the lock later. But yes, series of 4 terabyte and 3 terabyte drives. Various panel covers. That actually came with the rack. I like that. And down at the bottom, that is a pure mining computer. That is called 16 tons. Yeah. I do like some country music. And, well, hey, Johnny Cash. And this is how I'm trying to add some ventilation to this thing. Yeah. I do need a box fan in here, because even I can't handle that heat otherwise. Alright, close this sucker up. Hey, first try. Woo! Now, if you notice here, soundbar is actually mounted to the rack. That was fun, and several hours to try and line up. That is Tinker Gnome, the Asus Tinkerboard. Yeah, I know. That's my sense of humor. What do you expect? Mining and process. ATI Wonder Remote. I had to have it. And various other doodads. Yeah, for a guy that hates RGB, keyboard that lights up, keyboard that lights up. But you notice they're all single colored. Alright, so there you go. That is the lab. And just for added emphasis, We'll go to here. One works, one does not. That right there is my little retro system. Yet to be named. And project I'm working on for somebody. And my infamous shot vac from Baldwin Radio Shack. There, that is the lab. Well, I'm not on a forum, so I won't meet you there. Now you know what I'm talking about. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. With a twist.